Listen, if you came to watch a Titans content creator who's going to be all happy and jumping up and down because we got a couple of lucky breaks against Arizona and came back to miraculously win this game and get our first win of the season. If you came here looking for a Titans content creator who's going to do that, then you came to the right place. I ain't apologizing to nobody. I ain't going to come on here and be like, well, it was luck and blah, 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 blah. No. I think I just threw out my shoulder doing that, by the way. It was luck. It was blah, blah. Bro, I don't care. This is the first time I felt something regarding the Tennessee Titans in a long time, okay? And I ain't apologizing to nobody. You think I'm going to come on here and try to be Mr. Negative? There is no negative to your number one overall draft pick leading a comeback in the fourth quarter. There is no negative to your number one overall pick throwing dots in the fourth quarter to set your team up to score, to kick a game-winning field goal, to score a touchdown. Like, you cannot spin that into a negative. So if you're going to just come on here and be miserable and talk about like, well, it was luck and now Callahan this and blah, 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 blah. Listen, I'd rather win than get to sit around here and be miserable all week for the sake of being right. The Titans won the game. All-time sell job by the Arizona Cardinals, by the way. All-time sell job. Everybody there may be fired tomorrow. I was going to go ahead and tell you. I mean, their running backs running in, about to make it 28-6, and people going to start heading to the stands. The Titans fans that were there, at least. And the dude lets the ball go. I just don't know how that still happens in the NFL. You know what? Credit to L'Jarius Sneed for chasing him down. I don't know how much of an impact Sneed had on that play, because he chased him down and he tried to swipe at it. It looked like the guy was going to let it go anyway. But at least credit to Sneed for running down there, because he could have just stood back and let up or whatever, but he chased him down and tried to do something there. I don't know how much of an impact it had on the play, but credit to him for running down there. What else? What else was the sell job by? Oh, yeah, the Cam has a ball get tipped, picked, and then the dude fumbles it into the end zone. Tyler Lockett recovers it for a touchdown. Okay, so that happened. But again, I ain't apologizing to nobody. What, does it make it not count? Does that mean this win didn't count? No. Listen, that fourth quarter was the most fired up I have seen this Titans team, and I don't even know how long. Like, defense was pumped up, getting stops, looking to the sideline, excited. Cam threw that ball I'm going to watch that clip of him throwing that deep ball to Calvin to set up the field goal. I'm going to watch that probably 897 times this week, because Cam throws the dot, and then you could see him running down there. Let's go! Calvin, let's go! And you know what? Calvin Ridley, been hard on you, I know. He showed up today. Calvin Ridley showed up today. Hurt, too. He's a little banged up. Showed up today. Credit to Calvin Ridley. I'm not going to come on here and talk about the drops when they happen and talk about some of the disappointing performances and then not come back and acknowledge when he played well. And Calvin Ridley came through for the Tennessee Titans today in Arizona. He came through. Credit to him. Cam Ward, the first three quarters of this game, I was like, dude, what has happened to him from week 1 to week 5? What has happened to this guy? Like, inaccurate, throwing balls low, throwing balls high, missing, like, not missing open guys in terms of like bad throws, but like not throwing it to the open guy. You can see there's an open guy and he's not throwing it to him. Through the first 3 quarters of the game, I was like, what am I going to say on this post-game reaction when I talk about Cam Ward? Because, like, people are going to be wanting to jump off a cliff because he looks like he's regressed so bad in just a short, limited amount of time. But then that fourth quarter hit, bro. And it was like something happened to this dude. And I know he had the ball that got tipped and picked. Some people thought he should have ran that and gotten a first down, but I It looked like there was somebody there for Arizona who was going to tackle him, but I don't know who he was throwing to if they were open, but it got tipped and picked. But some nice throws to Calvin, and then one to Gunnar Helm, and then he had one to Chig, and Chig Okonkwo made a couple of nice moves in open field to make some big plays for the Titans today. Gunnar Helm and made that catch on the sideline. Like, I don't know what's going to happen from here. I don't know what the rest of this season looks like. And tonight, you know what? I don't care. I don't care what it looks like. Because do you know what tomorrow's going to be? When we go live for that podcast at 1 Eastern Noon Central, it's going to be a victory by God Monday. Victory. Oh, how long's it been? Victory Monday. And I ain't apologizing to nobody. I'm not going to come in here and be like, well, I hate to be a Debbie Downer, but nope. I rebuke it in the name of Jesus. You are not going to come up in here and ruin my good feeling right now. I know we got the Raiders next. We can talk plenty about that as the week goes on, but for tonight and for tomorrow, I'm just going to be happy the Titans won a game, and I'm going to be happy that our quarterback right now, our number 1 overall pick, is getting to celebrate in that locker room with his teammates. And you know what? I hesitate to even say this. I don't know. I still don't think Brian Callahan's going to be the coach of this team next season. And he still had some moments in this game with situational stuff that was like, bro, what? But I also know, and y'all ain't going to like this, I don't think he's going to be the coach of this team next year. And obviously he ain't going to get fired this week. But I understand he's a human being. I understand he's a human being who's been given this everything he's got. I don't think the issues he's had have been for lack of trying. So you know what? As a human being, as a man, I'm happy for him. I'm happy for him. He's not going to be a coach of this team next season, I don't think. It's not going to save his job in the long run. But you know what? He's a human being. He's a human being who's been working hard. Enjoy it, dude. Enjoy it. Enjoy it tonight. Enjoy it tonight. You still got a lot to work on, but enjoy it tonight, dude. You put a lot of work in, you know, just, it's been a miserable month for you. Enjoy it. Go ahead. I can't believe this happened. I can't believe Jeffrey Simmons, dude. I can't get off of here without talking about him. Jeff Simmons is unbelievable. He's unbelievable. There were times in this game where he was a one-man defense. Like, I don't know if you guys appreciate the level at which that man's playing right now. Oh my gosh. And I'll tell you another guy who's playing well on defense, and that's Cedric Gray. Cedric Gray has had 2 good games in a row, in my opinion. So, credit to him. Man, I can't believe this happened. Now, the question will be, can the Titans build on it at all? Because the next game's against the Raiders, and I don't know if you saw what the Raiders were up to today, but they got smoked by our friends, the Indianapolis Colts. So, I don't know. How long has it been since we won 2 games in a row? I don't know. It had to be 3 years ago, maybe. But for tonight, we won, man. What's the line from Kevin on The Office? It's just nice to finally win one. It's just nice to win one. I don't know if we'll win another one. I don't know if we'll win next week. But all I know is I saw my number 1 overall pick quarterback lead a game-winning drive to win the game at the gun. And I ain't apologizing to nobody for it. Tighten up. Victory Monday. I can't believe. I was so out of hope. That fourth quarter rolled around. I was like, dude, I'm just going to lay here and go into a coma. Like, I can't even deal with this anymore. And now that I've seen what I saw in that fourth quarter from that offense, Bo Hardegree, what are we doing the first 3 quarters? Like, come on, bro. If we're capable of moving the ball like we did in the fourth quarter, what do we do in the first 3? Tighten up, everybody. Congratulations. We earned it. We deserve this. Tighten up.